Richard Rouse.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about working with Roman Polanski, because as a film geek, I've read the books, I've heard the stories, and he can be quite difficult with actors. He gets the performances, but I'm led to believe it's not always a really pleasant experience. But you edify me. Tell me what you think.
Well, what you have to understand is your place in the machine.
Right.
For him, every frame is a picture. It's a Vermeer, and the focus is as likely to be a pile of papers or a vase or a beam of light as it is an actor. And you have to realize that you are just one of the other elements in a greater scheme.
Right.
And he doesn't want to talk about whether your character was abused as a child or, what you had for breakfast. He wants you to perform a function in the frame just like a chair performs a function. He wants you to walk in and put the thing down in the beam of light and get out again, and he shows you what he wants you to do, and then you do it. And if as an actor you can do it and you can deliver and look natural and as if you're a real breathing person, he's very pleased. And if you can't, he's really frustrated.
Well, so it's a different style of working. And I guess the day you walk on set, you have to be ready to rock with your character. You have to understand everything that you need to know about that person.
You just have to be very secure in that actually you can turn it on a dime.
Right.
It's not going in with a complete performance, because he might not want you to do that when you practiced in front of the bathroom mirror. So you know your lines and you know you're the person, but you cannot have your performance decided upon because he's decided on it.
Right.
And if you want to work with him, you have to respect his decision.
Right. Well, it's a tricky little movie because there's a lot going on here, and I found myself, I think, reading things into things that maybe weren't meant to be meaningful, but I found in the background of a number of scenes, there is a gardener who is sweeping up leaves or palm fronds or something. He puts them in a wheelbarrow, and then they blow out, and then he puts them back in, and this seems to be kind of endless. And I thought, this is to represent the frustration maybe of the ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Now maybe I'm thinking about this a little bit too much, but that's what I took away from it. And I thought that this movie is just ripe with those kind of references and sort of ideas that maybe lesser filmmakers might not have put in there.
Nothing is accidental on the Roman Polanski film. I mean, and he's very sort of mercurial and infuriating when you try to pin him down, because you go, what about the guy with the leaves? And he goes,
it's just a
clear music. But of course, it represents melancholy and isolation and fruitlessness, and but he won't gratify you with an answer.
That's very funny. This story, as we get closer to I'm from Canada, as we get closer to the release date in Canada, which is next week, it seems that this story is ripped from the headlines more so than it would have been when the film was being made, more so when the book was being written in 2007. It's this odd sort of confluence of events with new material, new information about Tony Blair, Roman Polanski's situation now, about the isolation, the chalet, the whole thing. I mean, this is one of those rare moments, I think, in film history where this film seems to represent a lot more than could even have been intended when the movie was being made. The
Chilcot inquiry and the contents of that inquiry have been around. People have been talking about that. A friend of mine is a lawyer representing 5 inmates of Guantanamo. We've known that these allegations were going to be made. We're just really grateful to the Chilcot inquiry for coinciding with our release date. Thank you very much. And the other stuff, it is just weird serendipity in some cases, and tragedy in others.
Have you been in touch or no?
I asked him a couple of questions because you guys ask a question, I was like, I don't know, ask Roman. So I asked him and he gave the answer.
Right. Thank you so much. It was really lovely.
Richard Rouse.